All right, I feel well, it's like the entourage is getting involved in something that's messing up the guys that they're actually vouching behind. I mean, like the guys that came with AKA obviously are with AKA because AKA is doing a good job and he's a friend and stuff, but they're actually messing up his brand by doing that. I mean, they messed up a good show already. Those guys were meant to be performing and doing whatever they were meant to be doing on that show, but because of that incident, which had nothing to do, who the culprit who pulled out the piece had nothing to do with it, and he just messed it up, you know. And just an outsider who's a close friend of obviously AKA messed it up. Well, it's good for the media. The media needs something like this, but it's not good for the artists, you know? Like just an incident like this could mess up a corporate deal or something, you know? Like an endorsement, you know?
Yeah.
It's a bad look. I feel it's got nothing. Hip hop in this country is too small for people to be pulling out guns on each other, you know?
I think the whole thing is absolutely crazy. It's a bit of a letdown that rappers could take something to that level. Well, I wouldn't say the rappers took it that far because I mean the other party says, well, they didn't. No one the ones that did it. But I think the whole thing is just regrettable for the genre. Just the whole thing has escalated out of hand, man. It's crazy. Nobody wants to see guns because all of us we all have friends that will, you know, get you into trouble once in a while. But this is just absolutely crazy, man. Again, at the end of the day, we cannot take the actions of one or two individuals and make it and put it on the genre. But at the end of the day, the newspapers will say, this is what's happening on local hip-hop and that sort of thing. So, yeah, you could say, and given the magnitude of the artists themselves within the genre, I think it's not a good look on hip-hop. I mean, Casper did so well this year and the last year. AK has been doing so well for a number of years. So, I mean, it's the magnitude of the artists, I think, is also a problem because these such big artists and you get, you know, this kind of conflict and tension from them, people are going to sort of equate it and put it on hip-hop's shoulders, if you catch my drift, you know. Very difficult to say who did what because we weren't there. But, I mean, hearing the gun story was, for me, not a good look. I mean, I felt a little bit bad for Casper, very bad for Casper, especially because, I mean, not being able to do your job because somebody threatens your life is, it's a violation, man. It's a violation. And at the same time, I can't really say anything about Keenan because he says he's not the one that was pointing guns at people. So it's very difficult to know what was happening there. But it's kind of hard not to feel bad for Casper. If somebody pointed a gun at me, you know, I think Casper handled it way better than I would have handled it because I mean. Yeah, he handled it way better than I did. I think he was a shining example of really how to behave because most of us would have taken it right back to them on a different day. I think most guys would have done that because we grew up in situations where when we're challenged, we respond a certain way. So I think the way he responded to the whole thing, it's admirable, I think. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's inevitable, you know, for things like that to happen, and the artist, meaning AKA, and even Casper is a victim of it, but the artist AKA has got nothing to do with it. But he's the name that holds weight, and he's going to carry it, you know. So I think it's just a big note about people that you keep around you because. At the end of the day, it's AKA is the name that carries the weight, and he's not the one that pointed the gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, so in my opinion, it's just unfortunate. I think it's just everyone needs to just watch who they travel with, or who they roll around with. You know, things like that are bound to happen if you're always in entourages. At the end of the day, those things don't happen because even even the guy who pulled out that, we all know he's not a killer. You know what I mean? We all know that he's a thug. We know he's not a thug. We know he's not a killer. Do you know what I mean? It's just people acting up. No one was going to shoot anyone. We all know. You know what I mean? It's not even, I would be worried if it was if it was really some guys who really were from a jail cell or from the hood who were rolling with, you know, because it's guys who are going with guys who are not raised to be killers. But if it was a ghetto guy rolling with ghetto cats, I'd go, okay, there's a worry. But it's just a guy who has a gun, and he's probably got a car, and he's got a gold chain, and he's got this, you know? These guys ain't thugs. Come on. You know, it's not a big deal. No one is going to shoot anyone. Let's keep it real. No one is shooting anybody. Everybody's just being dramatic. It's just nice PR. It's just nice press. But even the guy who pulled out the gun, come on. I know him. He's a good friend of mine. Come on. He's not a killer. Let's keep it real, y'all. It's only people that don't know that think that, that means that it was that guy ain't shooting nobody.